Hi Libra, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, let's see what your angels want you to know for this month. All right. What does Libra's angels want to know? Thank you. Oh, you got two for the price of one. Amazing. You got two for the price of one. Okay, so the first card is notice the signs, all right? So the angels want you to become even more aware of the signs that are taking place in your life at the moment in this month of December. There are some questions that you've been asking and that you've been waiting for some answers, and the answers are in those signs, and the universe is communicating with you, but you're not fully listening. Some of you are listening, which is really great, and you're on that path of like listening to the signs and trusting that the universe is communicating with you. But others of you are not on that flex right now, and you're just being asked to become more aware of those signs. Now, signs can come in all shapes and sizes. They could be a phone call with someone you had. It could be you see a feather. It could be seeing double-digit numbers. It comes up in all different ways. Synchronicities is basically what it is, right? And so the more you become attuned to that, the more you are in the flow of the universe. So once you start noticing that you've got these signs around you, it means that you're in the flow. But it doesn't mean that you need to go out and look for them. They will be there. It's hard to kind of put it in words that it's just going to happen naturally. It's not something that's forced at all. You got creative project, okay? So this month, you're really being asked, the angels are really asking you to tune in to your creativity and tune in to what needs to be created. Now, some of you might be artists, some might be very creative with your hands. I can see a lot around the hands, so maybe something around pottery, but it also can be painting. I'm also seeing dealing of cards, so some of you might be readers yourselves, and it's actually learning how to take more of a creative approach to your readings and not so systematic. So this month, really look at how you can be more creative, how you can feed that creative side of you a bit more. And that could be maybe making Christmas decorations with your kids or your nephews or nieces or you know, friends' children or whatever. But it's just, yeah, creativity. It's going to feed you in a really good way. So that's what the angels want you to know. And let's see career-wise and financially. What is it that you need to know, Libra? Career-wise and financially, what does Libra? That's too many cards, mister. All right. Career-wise and financially, what does... Thank you. One more, please. What does Libra need to know? Thank you. All right. All right. Okay, cool. So you got wombat spirit, be at home. All right. So, which is a bit ironic, isn't it? Because obviously we're just come out of lockdown, so a lot of us have been at home, and there is this feeling that we are more and more at home. But it is talking more about being at home within your own career, being at home within your own chosen profession. So don't doubt so much whether or not it's the right decision where you're at the moment. Just trust that this is where it's meant to be. Now, not all careers are meant to feel like home. Obviously, we all wish that we could do the things that we love full time, and we can, but it just takes some time and effort to get there. But if you do feel that there's a disconnect and it feels like it's a slog, and you just don't enjoy it at all anymore, then you're being invited to maybe look elsewhere, and you're being invited to try and overcome any obstacle that may be in front of you. So this month, Libra, you're going to be encountering a few obstacles around your career. It doesn't mean that it means that your career is going to end terribly. No, it just means that these obstacles are there in order for you to grow and in order for your understanding of your profession to grow as well. So when you do face those obstacles, just sit in your heart, at home, being within yourself, and just tune into yourself in order to overcome those obstacles rather than going into fight or flight mode and panic mode, which won't serve you in any way. Financially, it is showing me that money-wise, it's a good time to be saving at the moment, like the wombat, and just it goes into its little hovel. And this is what's coming up for me, is that you need to just save your money. Don't spend so much money. You guys are spending too much money at the moment. Obviously, festive period is coming up, so that's going to be some spending of the money, but just be a little bit more wise with your money, because it might be that there's going to be a bit of a shake where you're going to lose a little bit of money, or you're not going to get as much return as you were hoping, and that's going to be a little bit problematic because you've used up all your savings or all of your money in your account. So just be really mindful of how much money you're using at the moment. That does tell me that you're going to face a few obstacles financially as well, but you will be able to overcome those obstacles. And it might require you to actually look elsewhere, look at a friend for some guidance or help in regards to that. Anything else? So I'm being told just be true to you and what you want, okay? It feels like some of you are kind of being dictated by what other people want you to get them, if that makes sense. So maybe this is more for people who are in partnerships, or who, more partnerships. And it feels like maybe you're spending a lot of money on your partner and you're not really receiving anything in return, or you're spending a lot of time and energy on your partner and you're not really receiving anything in return. So it's just telling you to look at that and to just try and overcome those obstacles as best as you can. All right, so let's see what you guys have relationship-wise for this month. Okay. All right, so relationship-wise, Libra, what do you need to know relationship-wise? So this is relationship with, partner, too many cards. With your partner, it could be relationship with your family, with friends. Let's just see. So relationship-wise, what does Libra need to know? Thank you. All right, cool. So you got Regeneration and you got Serendipity, which is such a great card. Now, this is great that you got Serendipity because obviously there was the card that came up around Notice the Signs, which was from the angels. And so serendipity is this feeling of like synchronicities. Things are just happening how they're meant to happen. So within your relationships, it feels like things are really panning out into the positive. You may have had some bad experiences with ex-partners, and you now maybe have found a new partner who is giving you a lot more life and excitement. So just go with that and trust that's exactly what you need at this moment in time. It's also saying that like things are just going to unfold how they're meant to unfold. So if you're waiting for a partner at the moment, or if you're waiting for your loved one to come back, it's saying that like don't give up hope that they might come back, but you just need to just be attuned to the universe and to trust whatever comes in. Now, I am being shown the Regeneration card, which is a really beautiful card. So it shows to me that some of you Libras have gone through maybe a quite difficult time. Maybe this is around more family. But again, take what you want out of it. So maybe there was a bit of a conflict within the family and a bit of a rupture in the family, and it's telling me that this month is all about regeneration. So you see like the lava, and there's this beautiful tree that's growing out of this lava, and you're that tree. The relationship is that tree. So out of destruction comes beauty and creativity. And so you're being really shown that even though it may have been a difficult time with this person, that now you're coming out in stronger and even more powerful. So don't hold any resentment towards that, and just move into a more loving and forgiving feeling within yourself, rather than being in that kind of resentment attitude that can be so easy to fall into. It's also showing me within relationships, this regeneration, that within the family, there's going to be, this month especially, is going to be a really beautiful month of reconciliation. So obviously festive period, maybe families are getting together. There's going to be some really beautiful reconciliations, but you're going to be the one who's going to have to initiate it. So you're going to have to swallow your pride, and you're just going to have to just trust what's coming up for you, and speak your truth and say how they made you feel, and just know that you're totally protected and grounded and safe, and that what you're saying is meant to be said, okay? So those are your cards for relationship. Let's see what you need to know, your soul wants you to know, all right? So let's see what your soul wants you to know. What does Libra's soul want them to know? Thank you. So your soul wants you to know, what are you being called to do? So remember, we got the creativity card from the angels. So it really feels like your soul wants you to do something creative. Maybe you have a creative idea in your mind, or you've got some kind of creativity expression that wants to come out. So your soul is like, what's your soul calling to do? What do you want to do? Not what society wants you to do. What do you want to do? So this month is really about like allowing that and trusting it. Trusting that what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what you're experiencing is exactly what you're meant to be experiencing. And just kind of follow it. You see, she's looking out at the mountain. So some of you, it feels like, you know, this feeling of like, there's so much out there that you want to do, but yet you feel a little bit stuck, and you don't know how to like kind of move on forwards from that. So it's really telling you like, just do it. Yeah, don't be afraid. You don't need to overthink it. Just start moving into something that's more aligned to you. Especially this month is very important. All right, let's see, just affirmation card wise, what do you need to know for your affirmation? What affirmation does Libra need to know? Thank you. Oh, what affirmation? Thank you. All right, affirmation, confidence, okay? In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself on a refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what an awesome person I am? Isn't that awesome? All right, so I move through confidence. I move through life with confidence. That's your affirmation. I move through life with confidence, okay? All right, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment in the box, and yeah, I'll tune in with you next month.